And in our top business story, the pace of construction in the UAE is set to rapidly accelerate this year, with more than $15 billion in major projects awarded for the first half of the year, with total construction awards expected to jump to $46 billion over the full 12 months. During the first half of the year, there were more than 50 contracts, worth a total of more than $5.4 billion for newly announced or recovered residential projects, and a further $3.8 billion for mixed-use projects, all with strong residential elements. That's according to half-year data produced by Mead Projects. Civil construction projects represented 75% of all awards in the UAE in the first half of the year. And with over $20 billion of awards, the UAE was the GCC's biggest market across all sectors, a position it has not held since 2008. The strength of the residential project sector is largely due to the recovery of the sector in Dubai, where 44 major contracts totaling $4.8 billion were awarded in the first 6 months of 2014. Abu Dhabi, with 6 projects worth a total of $500 million, was the emirate with the second highest level of residential sector awards measured by value. When smaller contracts worth less than $30 million are included, Dubai's total of 78 awards make up 3/4 of all residential building projects awarded in the UAE in the first half of 2014. Additionally, steady investment in transport infrastructure has been a major feature of the UAE economy for a decade, and the first half of 2014 has been no different. Over $2 billion in contracts for roads were awarded, mainly over in Abu Dhabi, with awards for Dubai's Creek Extension and Terminal 4 at Jebel Ali Port, bringing the total to over $2.5 billion. Bilateral trade between Japan and the UAE remained robust in 2013 at $51.03 billion. That's according to data released by the Japan External Trade Organization on Wednesday. The value of Japan's imports from the UAE stood at $42.5 billion, which was 3.3% lower than the value in 2012. Its exports to the UAE stood at $8.5 billion, 5.1% lower from the previous year. The overall trade value between the two countries was down by 3.6% in 2013, compared to $52.9 billion in the previous year, due to a combination of factors. These include a drop in the average price of crude oils, a sharp fall in the volume of import of light oils, and a decline in Japan's export of machinery, iron and steel. In the overall trade, the UAE was Japan's 8th largest trading partner in the world in 2013, behind China, the USA, South Korea, Australia, Taiwan, Thailand and Saudi Arabia. By meeting nearly 23% of the total crude oil requirements of Japan, the UAE remained Japan's second largest supplier of crude oils after Saudi Arabia, which covered 31.83% of Japan's total crude oil imports. Japan's major exports to the UAE were motor vehicles, general machinery, electrical machinery, iron and steel, rubber products, textiles, plastic products, beverages and glass products. However, sluggishness in the export of machinery and iron and steel products in 2013 reduced the value of Japan's exports to the UAE by 5.14% to $8.5 billion from $8.9 billion in the previous year. Exports of passenger motor cars, the largest single component of exports to the UAE from Japan, rose by 5.27% to $3,080 million in 2013 from $2,926 million in the previous year. Alitalia and Etihad Airways have jointly been named as official global airline carriers for the Expo 2015, and the upcoming Universal Exposition will be held in Milan from the 1st of May to the 31st of October in 2015. An estimated 20 million visitors are expected to attend the Expo 2015, of which approximately 7.6 million will travel to Milan by air, with 1.5 million arriving from intercontinental destinations, 3.3 million from international destinations, and 2.8 million from within Italy. As a commitment to the event, Alitalia and Etihad Airways will offer almost 100 flights per day to and from Milan, linking 866 cities across the globe through 125 direct flights and a further 741 via one-stop connections. In a press release, James Hogan, the president and CEO of Etihad Airways, stated that Italy is a strategic market for Etihad, and teaming up with Alitalia as an official global airline carrier for the Expo 2015 is a natural extension of the existing codeshare agreement. In addition to the extensive range of flights being offered, Alitalia and Etihad Airways will unveil a number of business initiatives and joint commercial activities, with the two companies to implement an integrated marketing and communication plan across all available channels. Arabtec is set to move forward with all of its projects inside and outside of the UAE and maintains the support of major shareholder Abar Investments. That's according to its chairman, Kadem Al-Kubaisi. At a press conference held on Wednesday, Al-Kubaisi said that Arabtec's project in Egypt that aims to build 1 million homes is in the design phase and is also progressing smoothly. Arabtec's projects in the UAE and internationally are valued at 26.2 billion dirhams. Al-Kubaisi discussed Arabtec's performance on the stock market, promising shareholders increased transparency, and assured them that the company has not suffered financially and that he expects positive quarterly results, which will be released by the end of July. As for the layoff of a number of staff in late June, Al-Kubaisi stated that the company is going through a restructuring process that aims to focus on Arabtec's core business of construction.